Good evening, everyone. Let's see if that time is gonna be better. I don't know why. It's been a moment where it's not. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Everyone, welcome, welcome. Afternoon. My name is Coach Brisa Mayimbo, healing and transformation coach. On a mission to help my mom heal from past trauma, discover their purpose, besides just having babies, and of course, enjoy motherhood at every stage. I've been trying to go live. It's kind of messing up, so I'm trying the audio. Maybe the audio might be easier, might be better, might be smoother. Let's see and let's go. Let's go, let's do it. I wanted to engage, of course, and have an interesting topic on reminding you that you, as a mom, set the atmosphere. You are the atmosphere, actually, of your home. So I pray that you guys are doing amazing. I pray that you guys are great. I pray that everything that you're going through is just taking through it, that you only a vessel. So Father God, I thank you for this moment. I'm blessing you and give you glory for everything you do. May only you speak to my mind, and may only be the word that you help me come out with be the one that is going to be exalted. Thank you for the opportunity to be alive again. Thank you for everyone who's going to clap and climb to the live. Thank you for every people whom you bless through my life or through this. Thank you for using me as a vessel, and may the glory be yours. Amen. So today I want us to have a conversation. So I'll see how it's going to be with this different panel. Maybe if there's some people that want to come up, they might come up. Also, that's one thing. But I also more likely want to be able to share different things, because I tried going live with the video and it was just giving me a hard time. So it is well. So welcome. Mom, you set up the atmosphere in your home. Did you know that you set up the atmosphere in your home? Did you know that I would say that even the way your children succeed, the way your children behave or misbehave has a lot to do with you. So Mama Sarah, good evening. You really set up the atmosphere of your home. How are you, Mama? Good to see you. You really are, that's why I call you the thermostat of your house. You really the one who like literally physically, emotionally set up the environment, set up the tone of the house. You really the one without which nothing can happen. And I'm telling you, how are you, Mama Sarah? So good to see you. Such an amazing woman of God, a great mom. Really important. So have you ever entered a room and immediately you felt the atmosphere? I've been into houses. When you go to house, like I like to go to Mama Sarah's house, okay? Because she could you go there and then you feel peace. Oh, you can go there, you feel joy. You can go there, you feel the Holy Spirit presence. Or you can go, it's the opposite. You feel chaos. And by chaos, I'm not talking about the room. Thank you for the light, Masa. I'm not talking about the chaos of the room. I'm not talking about the physical arrangement. I'm not talking about when your children are still toddlers and they're messing up the room. I'm not talking about, the chaos that I'm talking about is the spiritual chaos. The chaos I'm talking about is the emotional chaos. The chaos that I'm talking about is just the energy. It's energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. And I'm telling you, you can directly feel that this room, the mom is always tense, the mom is always nervous, or she's going through a lot. You can feel it by the energy in the room. You can feel that this house has a lot of tension. You can feel that it's stress. You can feel that is literally, I would say, spiritual. I call it spiritual chaos. Why? By just the environment that the house represents. So as soon as you enter some homes, some houses, some places, or you even if you meet the people, I always remember a story of a mom, a couple moms going to Walmart. Okay, I'm here behind looking and doing what I want to do, and then one of them is like talking to her a child. Is talking. Oh, it's okay, Jennifer. It's okay, Jennifer. It's gonna be all right. So I am literally like behind and saying that, oh, Jennifer, is a child, so that's my mind. Okay, Jennifer is a child. The mom is telling Jennifer to be calm, that it's gonna be alright, Jennifer. It's gonna be alright, Jennifer. So as we going, we walking and talk, and I'm observing this woman. We're shopping together, and all of a sudden somebody goes to her and then tap the little baby, okay, saying, Jennifer, it's okay, Jennifer, you're gonna be okay, Jennifer. And then all of a sudden the mom stop and say, oh no, Jennifer is me. And we all laugh. She's like, Jennifer is me because I'm the one who needs to, I'm calling myself. I'm talking to myself. I'm telling myself that I need to be calm. I'm telling myself that it's gonna be okay. And I laughed so hard that day, saying that, wow. So this woman was really trying to calm her nerves, was really trying to, not to crack down, was really trying to be at peace and at ease, was really trying to just, enjoy, not be stressed, because the kids was screaming, literally screaming and yelling at her. And I know some of us have been that journey for before. Some of us have been to that stage where you like, God, if you don't give me the wisdom, if you have the wisdom, if you have the time and the patience to ask God, how am I going to do? What am I going to do? Felicia, good evening, good afternoon, welcome. These kids are screaming. What am I going to do with this toddler who cannot take a nap? What am I going to do with this child if he doesn't sleep? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I have to go to work, or I have things to do. And then, or maybe you have two on the two. Medu, good evening, good afternoon, welcome. I know some of it. I don't usually do the audio, but I tried the video. It's just giving me a hard time. So I was like, since I wanted to do, it's been a moment that I've gone live, and I wanted to talk to you guys. So I'm gonna figure out having the audio. So because the video was giving me a hard time. So that's why you guys are seeing me doing the audio, which is also good because again, you can still hear me, and I think have thank you for Mama Sarah. So feel free to share the live. It's still me, your host, Coach Brescia, on a mission to help home in for trauma. We're talking about literally setting up mom. That's the title of the video of the live. Mom, you set the thermostat of your home. Okay, you set the thermostat of your home. So as you're saying, like I said, you can enter a room saying that read the energy. By reading the energy, you can feel if there's tension. You can see the kids crying. And how do you also see that? You can see the kids crying, the kids being excited. You can feel you can look at a child and knowing that this child is a happy child, is a happy kid. So be careful, okay? When you hear me say, be careful. You set the emotional thermostat of your home. You really set the emotional thermostat of your home. Mom code, Medu, good evening, good afternoon. Still me here behind the thing. I just could not go live on the video. I've tried, but it didn't go through. Being Precious, good evening, welcome, sis. you set the emotional thermostat at your home. You really do set the emotional thermostat at your home. Say, everybody say hey, say hello, say where you're tuning in from. And again, it's a real person behind. It's just a hard time going live on the video. So that's the audio was the only thing that wasn't messing up. So that's why you're seeing me. You cannot see me, but if you go on my page, you see a lot of me on my beautiful face. Listen, so you said the emotional atmosphere of your home, and I always love to say that. By that I mean that if you're stressed, the house is gonna be stressed. If you're happy, your house is gonna be happy. If you're going through a lot, the energy that you're portraying, it's gonna literally feed. It's gonna feed the whole house. So you really have to be mindful. So you set the emotional thermostat of your home. So everybody, where you guys tuning in from? Say hello, say hi, where you guys tuning in from. So again, why am I saying that? Not because you are perfect, okay? And no child needs a perfect. Your children don't need you to be perfect. Your children don't need like the perfect mom, except they just need you. And you are enough. You are perfect just the way you are perfect as a mom just the way you are. So not because everything depends on you, but just because your energy. Everybody say somebody write down energy. Your energy, your healing, your words, okay, and your presence influence the atmosphere of your children growing up every single day. Let me say that again. Not because everything depends on you, because it depends on God. If you want it for God, we won't be here. But because your energy, you bring the energy that you're bringing as a mom, you're healing if you heal or if you still under acting under trauma, if you you know your words, the way you're talking, the way you're addressing the things that are coming out of your mouth. Because again, the words say, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So if you're sad, you might have the tendency of always opening your mouth and shouting or screaming at your kids. If you're also happy, the same thing happens. Okay, so your influence, not only your presence, but also your emotional presence, your physical presence, overall your healing, okay, and your energy is really impactful. So how does your atmosphere literally, how do you set the atmosphere in your home? Number one, you have the emotional your emotional states, your emotional state. I always like to talk about the body, the mind, and the spirit, because we all three parts: the body, your mind, the mind, and the spirit. So as a mom, you have the reason why you're the one carrying the baby in your room, the reason why you were blessed. I call it the blessing to be able to carry half term or part term the baby, to even hold the pregnancy. It's a miracle. So as that, God trusted us as mom, as women, to be able to take care of the kids, to carry the kids to the womb, the 9 months, to have the baby grow in us and become a human being, so that at the 9 months the baby comes out. But intentional, you have to be mindful of your emotional state, because your emotional states affect your whole house. Children feel everything. Let me say it again. Children feel everything. If you're sad, your child will know that you're sad. If you're happy, your child will know that you are happy. If you're going through a lot at home, at work, or everything, even in the house, the children will feel that you are unhappy. So your stress, even when you say nothing, you don't have to say anything. Even when you say nothing, okay, when you are peace, when you're frustrated, when you're joyful, when you are exhausted, or when you're excited, okay, your emotions, the children feel it every single day and every single time. Some of them might express the way they're feeling, or might react to your feelings, might react to emotion. An example, a simple example. If you have, for example, if your child at school all of a sudden is being a nice child and starting to misbehave, or starting to just is grade are dropping. I'm talking about, because I've been in a classroom with kids, and once we ask them the deep question, if you see like a child behavior changing overnight, or all of a sudden the grade dropping, you will ask, literally we have to go as a, as educator, ask them, are you okay? Do you eat? Do you have food at home? Do you have a safe are you safe? Okay, is everything okay? So once your child, why are we asking that? Because the physical environment where the child lives, the condition where he lives. So if he eats breakfast, or how many meals does he eat? If he eats or he doesn't eat. It also, even the social, okay, environment, even the environment, the neighborhood that they live in, or the parents, if he's living in the married house, or if he's living in a single parenthood, all of that, or if the situation right now, the civil situation, I mean, that if the parents are going to the divorce, or the parents are separated, or the parents are fighting, all that environment, it literally affects the child. So as you're doing that, that also, your child that was a perfect child or a good child, because in the house there's thing going on, because in the house there's tension, the child, that stress, the child might not talk or say something, the child will feel it. So that emotion, because you're stressed, you're going through what you're going through to the deal, or maybe you have issue in your house, all of that will really affect the child. All of interact with the other children at school. It will affect the way that is even at school, the way it is grades and everything. It also might affect that the child will decide just to stay on his side, because it always be sad. And as you asking the question to the child, they will say, "Oh no, I'm sad because my dad and my mom are going to a divorce." Or they will say, "Oh, my mom and dad fight all the time." So all of that really affects the child. Yeah, it's true. The mom and dad, so that's why we have to be mindful as parents, the way we are. Even if you guys are separate, the way you're dealing with that, with the co-parenting, the way you're dealing with, even in the house, how do you interact? What's the relationship with dad and mom? If dad and mom, the only way of communication is yelling at each other, guess what? The child is gonna feel it. If the way of communication is a dad saying that I love is punching mom, the child is feeling it and is also feeding that. So all that tension really affects the child, and starting with the mom, because the mom also being the number one, next to dad, will feel the pressure, will feel the stress. And of course, you say that the exhaustion, the overwhelming, and so that a mother emotional condition often becomes the emotional climate of the home. Let me say it again. A mother emotional condition often becomes the emotional climate of the home. Okay, so if you are constantly overwhelmed because of what's going on at work, or you have to worry about everything at the same time, if you're angry, if you're bitter, if you're anxious, their house begins to feel heavy, because your environment, your internal environment, your emotional environment, your even your spiritual, being will affect the way you conduct yourself. Good evening, Sandra. How are you? The way the children are behaving will affect the way, the atmosphere in the house, even the conversation in the house, the way your kids even treat you, the way the kids talk to you, the way the kids interact to each other at home, the way they interact to each other at school, has a lot to deal, with with who you are as a mom. Okay, so that's why I say that if somebody wants to pinch the child or blame the child for, like the coaching said, that the next time, before you blame your child, next time check yourself. Let me say that again. Before you blame your child next time, if your child is misbehaving, if your child is not doing what it's supposed to do, before you blame them next time, before you shout at them, why are you doing like this? I'm working hard, I'm doing this and that. The child doesn't know, and I'm going to tell you, not only doesn't know, but he doesn't really care if you're going through what you're going through. The child really doesn't even, let me say that to the child mind, doesn't even understand what's going on. But I mean that you might be in a hardship situation, you might have lost your job, you might be going through a divorce, you might be going through what you're going through. In the child mind, it does not understand. Okay, Ivonia, good evening. It does. Therefore, he doesn't understand, and I will not say that he doesn't care, because he doesn't understand. To care, you have to understand what's going on. The child doesn't know what it means to divorce. I know right now it's a little different with the area of the TV thing. Still, it takes time for a child to process exactly what's going on. So don't tell the child that, oh, mom is like this because this is going on. No. And let me open that parenthesis. Never make that mistake. Never make that mistake of making your child your therapist. Your child is not your therapist. What I mean by that, never go and dump everything that you're going through to the child. Never go, and a lot of people make that mistake. Don't go and start telling your child, oh, your dad has done this and that to me. Your dad and no, the way is no. It doesn't matter what's going on between you adults. It doesn't matter, the way even you think he's the best dad or a good dad. Don't do that. Let the child, let the relationship you have with the dad, the father of your husband, separate from the relationship they have with their dad. Do not mess up. I'm telling you, a lot of women have messed it up, and it has caused. Okay, if you're going through what you're going through, that's why you have to make sure that you check yourself before you come home. If you have had a long day, if things have gone the way you didn't plan, check yourself before you go home. And how do you check yourself? You might ask yourself, okay, is the one who is going home with you, is the one who's going home with me, is the tired one? I've had a long day, I've had so much meetings, my boss was just literally, it wasn't a good day at all, because again, we as women, we deal with stress differently. Let me say that again. We as women, we deal with stress differently. Men, the way they were made, they can handle stress differently and harder, easier than us. We were not wired to handle stress to begin with. We were not wired to be under certain conditions. So therefore, as soon as we're facing a certain stressful situation, it's easy for us, to feel it emotionally reacting. We are really sensitive. So if you're going through what you're going through, as maybe you have had a hard day at work, check yourself before you go in. Okay, on the way home, check yourself. Who's the one who's going home? Is it a happy me? Is it a sad me? Is it an overwhelmed me? Okay, once you do that, as you're going, you have had a long day. Put some music in the car. I'm giving some tips. Put some music in the car on the way home. Listen to some worship. As you listen to the worship, if maybe you were stressed, maybe you were tired, maybe you had some fatigue, I guarantee you, music is therapy. Music is therapy. It is free. Put the YouTube video on your phone. Listen to it. Open a channel where and listen to something that's gonna calm your brain. You can do that as number one. Number two, you can also, if you like fun stuff, you can watch some joke videos. Okay, that can help. Or you can listen to the Bible. You can listen to the Bible. The two best thing as the one for me. Number one, worship. Number two, look for something that makes you laugh. And number three, if it's not that thing, you can also go to listen to the audio Bible. But I guarantee you, the fact that you are listening to something uplifting, like a worship, I'm telling you, worship has helped me calm my nerves so many times. Worship has helped me literally relax after a long day. Worship has helped me really release the tension, the stress that I was going through. And if you're committed, the majority of people commit for an hour or 2 or 30 minutes. The time you are driving and you listen to uplifting and you listen to music, I'm telling you, if your day was stressful, if you are tired, by the time you reach home, after 30 minutes or 10 minutes or even 20 minutes or even 5 minutes, your mood is going to shift. Your mood is going to shift just because you're taking time from the environment that you're going through and going home. Why am I saying that? Because a lot of us, not knowing and understanding how our energy matters, we're gonna go home and bring that energy to home. You're gonna go home and bring those, the fact that maybe somebody yelled at you the whole day at work, or you have had a customer, or wherever that you're working, okay, it's hard, and then you're gonna go home and then portray that energy to your children. Your kids don't deserve that. Your kids, even your spouse, deserve a happy wife, okay? Even if you're working from home, I'm working from home, coach. Even if you're working from home, detach yourself before everybody comes home. Find a way to go outside. If you have had a long day, go take a good bath, okay? Change your clothes. I would say dress up or pamper yourself a little bit. Take a moment to take care of yourself. That's also a great way, an amazing way to detach from from the stressful moment, to also reconnect with your house. Okay, maybe you want to go for a walk. Maybe you want to, I don't know, do something good for yourself before everybody comes in. That way your energy is shifted. That way, by the time your husband comes back home, by the time the kids come back from school, you will have shifted your energy, you will have shifted your emotion. Okay, it works all the time. Peaceful mother, remember that. Peaceful mother, if you can write it down. Peaceful mothers here help create a peaceful home. Let me say it again. A peaceful mother help create peaceful home. Okay. Number two, how do you in what way you see that your atmosphere, okay, your thermostat shift the home? Your words, WORD, create the atmosphere. And what does that mean by that? The way you speak, the way you speak. How are you having the conversation with your kids? How are you addressing even your husband? How are you talking? I always love to say to some women, if so many women knew that they could have everything they want, if they knew only the power that they have. But unfortunately, so many women, the Bible talk about wise women. There's so many expression because they don't know how to use the power that they have. They're using it wrongly. So many women, if they knew the power that they have, okay, they were able to have obtained everything, and I mean everything they want from their spouse, from the children, from their spouse, just because they don't know how to speak. How you speak really matters, ladies. And I think that I'm going to liberate somebody now. How you speak does really matter. Because the way you speak to the king is different than the way you speak to a servant. Let me say it again. The way you speak and the way you speak to a servant. Words create the atmosphere in your house. A lot of women have chastened, their spouse out of the house because they don't know how to talk to the king. A lot of women have thrown away, have sent them away, have made them run away because they speak badly. The words that you speak really bless or stress. Let me say it again. Words that you speak, ladies, really bless or stress. So you have to be mindful as a woman of the words that are coming out of your mouth. Your word is the same thing. The thermostat changes the temperature, okay, with signal. The thermostat changes the temperature. You can go, most of the house have now a way of changing. You go to your wall somewhere in the living room, somewhere in your closet, there's a thermostat. So you can change the thermostat. You can put it to hot, cool, whatsoever, 70, 60, etc. All of that is where you're going and want to switch temperature so that the environment is different, so the environment is pleasant. It has helped, it helps to understand that your words do the same thing in your house. The words do the same thing in your house. So what do your children hear dearly? What do they hear from you daily? Do they hear encouragement? Are you the one who encourage your children? Are you the one who motivate your children? Like, good job, Papi, good job, Junior, well done. You've been amazing. Or are you the one always criticizing? For example, your child is coming back from school and he has had a long day. Maybe he's not an A student, or he's a B student, or he's a C student, or he's struggling in between. And all he hears from you is, "Oh, you could have done better." Me, that's especially us, African parents. Oh, me, when I was in school, I was always the top. We were always the top. Lord help us. I was always the top. How dare you? How dare you come in and you the last? How dare you come and have a C? You always constantly belittle, like literally criticism. I'm not saying that the child, it should be okay for your child to be an average kid or mediocre kid, but kindly again, I'm putting my educator hat on. A child who has a C, a D, a B, or even an F, the letter, don't let those letters define who your child is gonna be. Let me say it again. The parents, or the letters, which mean that if your child is struggling right now, I don't care which grade he is, even if he is in college right now, if he's an average student, if he's only a C student pass and that's it, that doesn't mean that because he's having C's or D right now, that is gonna be a failure. I'm saying that have been literally transferring and perpetuating in the education system. The letter does not define your child intelligence, does not define your child future, does not define how well, the child will succeed. We have seen kids dropping out of school, being college dropout, high school dropout, become billionaires. Because the capacity, the gift and talent that God has given them has not been maybe discovered yet, has not been maybe polished yet, has not been discovered yet, and has not been presented to the world for to see how brave or how amazing this child is. So don't stop blaming your child because they're coming home every day with a D or a C, or no, don't. It's okay, Johnny. I know maybe it might be a bad day, and again, I'm not encouraging you to just belittle. Okay, what they're going to ask Johnny. How is it like you have a C? In math, or is there anything that you have? Is there something that you haven't understood? That's the best way to approach. Is there anything that you haven't understood? How can I? And he asks as a parent, how can I help you to make better grade? Do you think that mommy or daddy can help you by maybe having a tutoring, or will a tutoring, be a good way for you? What do you think, Johnny? And again, don't assume that a child, needs a tutoring automatically. Check first. The same way I'm asking to check the home environment, if you guys are okay to check that, also check the school environment. What I mean by that, the child might be might not maybe understanding what's going on. It might be a new subject. It might be really strongly with math, or the child might be so scared or so shy to speak up, to ask questions, because there are some concepts that is being taught in math that are literally clueless, even if you are the best at math. So you're material. The child might be really he just all he needs just maybe somebody to come next to him, and maybe he might need like an extra children. I hope so. Some school, I don't know, but back in the days, years ago, you could have an appointment. So as a parent, what you could do first, once the child might be my teacher is so busy. There's a lot of her. Sometimes she doesn't have time to come back to check my work. How about Johnny? If I send, would it be okay with you? Okay. Or how about sending the teacher and setting up a parent teacher conference and see how can the teacher better help you? Okay. Is that okay? Start with that first. Okay. Is it okay? And you go to the teacher. As you go into the teacher, kindly ask, I see that my little Johnny is struggling with math. Is there any way that I can be helpful at home? What would you advise me? I'm a sir. Is there I don't know, do you have any website that can help me with math? Especially if as parents maybe math is not your subject, okay? Because anyways, if math is your subject that you think you can directly go ahead and help Johnny, understand the subject better, go ahead and do it. But if you know that, for example, like even yourself, you're clueless about math, I would let you say Miss Thompson and ask Miss Thompson if she would be willing to set up, I don't know, a 30 extra minute after school or doing the thing she can have tutoring, a little bit, Johnny, to be able to understand the subject matter. The key that I'm trying to make here is we have the tendency, or we have had a tendency to blame our kids, directly instead of understanding what's going on. Because again, I guarantee you, no child is born stupid. No child is born clueless. No child is born without understanding unless they have, okay, that is a little mentally, that is something that we don't control. But if the child was born okay, okay, like there's nothing, something that has been diagnosed with them, even though that one, there's a way around, you can guess there's something going on with your child. Number two, another option also, before you criticize, also check your child might be bullied. So many parents are so busy. So many parents are so quick to make a conclusion. So many parents do not pay attention to the children. Many parents do not pay attention to your children. So your child, one of the reasons why your child might be doing low at school, there's somebody that's bullying little Johnny. There's somebody that's probably stealing little Johnny lunch if you get packing him lunch, or there's somebody might be stealing his snacks. Okay, therefore little Johnny, by the time little Johnny, maybe they have had lunch at 11, maybe even there's so many things happen to the cafeteria, y'all. And I would can once in a while go have lunch with your child. They will love you for the rest of their life. They will appreciate it. Let me say it again. If you can once in a while surprise little Johnny at school and have lunch with them, because so many things happens during that cafeteria, and so many things happen there that there are so many kids, okay, so many kids, and parents don't have time. I mean, no parent, teacher don't have time to go, or sometimes they're so sneaky that they don't even realize that. So maybe the reason why little Johnny has a low grade, maybe the reason why little Johnny is not performing well at school is because there's something that is going on during the lunch. There's something that's going on in the classroom. There's something that is disturbing little Johnny's peace that maybe you are not catching up. That is the reason why little Johnny is failing at math, it's failing at history, etc. It's really, really, really important to understand that. Okay? Calmness, okay, or yelling. Are you calm when you have a situation at home? When you receive a bad phone, are you yelling? What? I can't believe that. Or are you calm? Yelling and calm are two different things. And again, it's all about the energy that you have. If you're coming home tired, you're gonna have a tendency of yelling or being stressful. But if you're coming back home, calm, you have taken time to reset yourself. When little Johnny comes with his with his shenanigan of the day, you will be happy, less stressful, receive little Johnny at home. Okay. Are you a woman who always talk about hope? Do you give hope to your children, or do you give negativity? Let me give you an example. Your child comes and say, for example, I don't think that I'm going to perform well to my next exam, mommy. I don't think that I am good at math. I don't think that I'm good at that subject. I think I'm gonna fail. I think I'm gonna fail. Okay. If the child come with that mindset, are you a parent gonna tell you, no, little Johnny, let me tell you something. Don't speak negativity to yourself. Never say that. Because again, I know you might be scared. You don't know what the exam is gonna come. There's this and that. You might be dealing with a lot of stuff right now. But I guarantee you, I believe in you. I know you can do it. I know you are capable of doing everything you set your mind to. That is a hope. Why you say, you know what? I guess you're right, Johnny. You might be probably gonna fail because again, guess what? Your dad and we don't even. So you have those bad genes. Are you a hopeful parent or are you a negative one? You need to be understanding that, and all it has to do with your voice. The voice, your voice becomes the inner voice one day. I'll tell you a personal story, okay? One thing I always say that my mom's is has always been that one who taught me how to be even that positive young lady. The one who was always looking. All if you don't know my story, you know I've been through trauma, okay? Was sexually abused at the age of 11, at the age of 10, and become a mom for the first time. I was 11 years old. So that episode kind of really break me down in and out and set me with a lot of, stigma, so many things. So I've suffered from a lot of low self-esteem growing up. But my mom's voice has always been that one that would tell me you can do it, Lucia. You're gonna become an amazing woman. You're gonna do wonders. When I was not believing in myself, when I was not even seeing myself, I never see myself reading books, I never see myself talking to public like this. But she's the one, she saw the gift and talent that was in me. She's the one who knew that I could sing. So she signed me up from choir, from one of the best choir back home. She paid for even when I was struggling, after the trauma, I was struggling because I had to repeat, I think, two of my classes. I had people coming, tutors coming home. I mean, she set up the environment so that although this had happened to me, but she set me forward for succeed. She provided. She went and looked for solution instead of being the one going to say, you know what, that happened to you, you're never going to be anything. No, she told me, yeah, you're going to make it. I'm going to help you. I'm going to love you. She always spoke life. And there was one sentence that I could remember anything, even on the days when I went to college by myself. There was one thing that she always say: there is no reason that is not going to happen. And I love saying in French because she was speaking French. Said that il n'y a pas de raison que ça n'aille pas. Ça va aller. It's gonna be alright. And I'm telling you that one sentence carried me until today. Anytime I feel discouraged. Good evening, Hayden, Claire. Good afternoon. How is everybody doing? Can you guys and hear me say one? If what I'm speaking makes sense to you guys, say makes sense. Bring some words, say something. Anywho, so she would say there's gonna be okay. There's no reason that it's not gonna be. You're not gonna make it. So that sentence alone, moments where I'll be going to finals by myself, when things will be so hard, when I will not even understand what's going on. So many things will be going, but that one sentence from my mom, it's gonna be okay. There's no reason that you're gonna fail. She made me believe in myself. She made me believe in what God has placed in me. She made me believe in the thing that I didn't even believe that I'm doing right now. Okay, she made me see beyond everything else. She made me see beyond every like things that are going on. She made me see what I was capable of. She made me believe in myself, and she made me know and understand that there are going to be circumstances. There are going to be things that might happen in life. Backslide. I mean, so many things, hardship. Yet, I see greatness in you. Blessing, girlfriend. How are you? I see greatness is you. I see you're gonna be amazing. Great things are gonna happen to you. I guarantee you that if there's nothing more encouraging and motivating than a child listening to his dad or his mom speaking to him or her. I'm telling you, so many kids today that we see greatness and always say, "Oh, my dad was always at my game. At my game. My dad was always telling me. He was always motivating. My mom was always." Speak life to your children. Speak blessing to your children as much as you can. Motivate your children. Lift them up. Because again, I remember my son saying that. So it's really something that you have to understand. We were given the power, we were given the spiritual authority, we were blessed to have children. Okay, it's a blessing. Those children, they don't belong to us. That's another parenthesis. But as they are with us, like as a mom, you carry them for 9 months. As a dad, you have that blessing of being a father for these children. You need to speak life. So many of us, we grow up with, people doing the opposite, just looking for things that we're doing wrong. When the child is coming home, one way that I encourage you, that I've done starting doing, they always come with paper, okay? Bless God. They always come with paper, with things, this and that you trash. Don't trash those people. Motivate your kids to keep doing better, to keep, even doing better. Select, because you cannot keep all those trash. You cannot. Okay, I'm to keep those papers somehow, but I cannot keep all of them. One way that I found that is interesting, that is kind of keeping, and then showing that, okay, I encourage you, well done. I when she come back home every other day with a lot of papers and stuff, I will select 2 or 3 papers, whatever she made A or B. I will get the best notes, the one of the best, and I'll pin it on the fridge. Let me say, home with their homework, with the things, the copy that they have, they have graded paper. Do not throw them away. The easiest way to motivate them, to encourage them, take one of 2 people, or you ask them, what do you think you did best today, this week? Was it geography? Was it math? Was it what was it? Pick up, ask them to pick up. You can even do that and pin that on your fridge. Why? Because as they're opening the fridge, they've been celebrating. As they open, as you meal prepping, you see a little joy and say, well done. As as they're doing what they're doing, they see everybody that comes in the house, because the fridge is right there. The people see that you are celebrating your kids. Every child wants and needs to be celebrated. Every child is a champion that it just needs to be awakened. Celebrate them, speak to them. Another way also, that's why you see teacher always doing that. Buy some sticker notes. Buy some sticker notes. And those sticker notes saying that little Johnny have had an amazing grade the whole week. Put that sticker notes on I don't know, on one of his journal at school. I mean, I'm telling you, doing that regularly, and maybe by the time every, like, let's say every week you put a little stick there, or every 6 week when he receives his report card, you're celebrating little Johnny for a job well done. I'm telling you, little Johnny will remember. We keep those stickers, knowing that dad or mom celebrating me every single time I have A, or every 6 weeks will be the best, one of the best memories that the child will remember. But Disney, because you've cared, you pay attention, you show him or you show her that it really matters. Every children wants to be celebrated. Speak hope to your child. So many child are clueless. So many child are full of negativity, because again, around them there's negativity. The TV is negativity. Maybe the friend might be bullying him at school. So they need to hear your voice as a parent. Speak life to your child. Tell them every single day. The other day I was reminding you again. One of my brother who's a dad for the first time. I told him, I say, every time you kiss your child, tell her that you love her. She doesn't speak yet, but I'm speaking to dads. Every single day, tell your child that you love. Even a boy, tell a boy, kiss your boy, tell him that you love him. Tell him that you are proud of him. Tell him how blessed you are to be the parents. The child needs to hear that. Every child raising, you are loved. When you hear that you are loved, you are capable, you encourage him. You will get through this, no matter what we're going through. You are amazing. I believe in you. We look forward to have you. I'm telling you, you are raising a strong leader. You are raising an amazing, human being. You are raising a balanced child. Your mouth can water your home or dry it. Let me say it again. Your mouth can water your home or can dry it. One of the best way, even as your spouse, when you're married, speak life to the man in him. Speak life, celebrate him, remind him how much you love him. Remind him, whatever he's doing a little, by you speaking, you kind of emphasizing. You come home, he has washed the dishes. Even though you wanted him to wash the dishes, he didn't have to. Say thank you. It's amazing. I'm blessed that you are doing what you're doing. You're an amazing dad. Even if he does nothing, you're an amazing husband. I'm so thankful for you. Even if he does the opposite, the best way to change that behavior in the house is to speak what you want. The Bible says to speak to non-existent things as they are. Because again, if you water the roof, the wolf, the water that you wolf, that's is gonna be the wolf that's gonna feed you. Okay, so celebrate the king in him, even if you know that he's the worst one, like you're doing the opposite. Don't listen to it. Okay, water the king in him. Oh, I mean, I'm so thankful as a king. I have a king in my house. Oh, bless the Lord. I'm so thankful that you're amazing. Thank you for doing what you're doing. You didn't have to do it. Daddy, call him daddy. Hey, daddy. Sarah, call his husband. Daddy, thank you so much for doing this, and I so appreciate you. I'm telling you, a man we celebrate can do everything for his king. Can do nothing. There is nothing that you can ask when you learn how to celebrate, when you learn how to appreciate a man that you want to have as a queen. How you say it really matter. Another way that also you bring your thermostat matters. Okay, you set the way you set up the thermostat in your house, and when emotionally, when mom is empty. When mom is empty, the whole house feel it. And this is why self-care matters. This is why I wake up every single day reminding mom to take care of themselves. This is why I set up a whole day on Friday for self-care day. Everybody knows from the left to the south that on Friday, it's mommy self-care in my house. This is because you cannot give from an empty cup, because you can only give what you have. You can only give as much as you have. You can only literally feed your children the healthy milk if you have a healthy milk. If you don't have a healthy milk, if you know your milk is poisonous or your milk is expired, you cannot pour peace from burnout. A lot of women, the reason why they yell, the reason why they're grumpy, the reason why they're always complaining, because they are burned out. And one of the reasons that you burn out, because you don't set up time for yourself, because you don't take time to yourself, because you don't prioritize your well-being, because you don't prioritize your emotional being, because you don't understand the fact that the Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. I guarantee you, even spending 5 extra minutes in the bathroom, rubbing your body, rubbing your skin, scrubbing yourself, putting that lotion, loving on you a little bit extra will do a big difference. Taking a simple shower, smelling good, putting on your best clothes. Stop waiting for the occasion to put that dress. You are the occasion. Stop waiting to wear that dress when you're going to go to Paris, when you're going to lose 5 or 10 pounds. Dress up like today was your best day. There's a difference in your energy when you're taking time to dress up, to wear that beautiful makeup, to have a hair tied up, to smell good. When you dress good, you feel good. And I'm not talking about only buying an expensive clothes. It has nothing to do how intentionally you put the pieces together. Your dress might come to Walmart, or your sandals from Kettle, and so what? You can be look put together. It's how you start together. Okay, you cannot pull patience from exhaustion. You are exhausted because you never take time to pause. You never taking time to really ask yourself, when was the last time I did something for me? When was the last time I pleased myself? When was the last time I literally watched the movie by myself? It's okay by yourself. When was the last time, like, I went for a walk by myself? When was the last time I used to like ice cream when I was before I become a mom? When was the last time I went and spent $2 and buy me the ice cream that I love? When was the last time I did something that brought me joy? When was that last time? Some women, you ask them, say, "Oh no, I don't have time. I'm too busy." Busy in doing what? That's why you're so exhausted. That's why you're grumpy. Because you haven't added anything to yourself. Meaningful love. Good evening. The other MJ3. Welcome to the room. This is Coach Bruce, my young boy healing and transformation coach. So we are discussing the topic today is you are mom, you are tap, guys. TikTok is doing that little thing. Tap the live, share the live, guys. You are the thermostat. You set the thermostat of your house. So that's the title of this live. So welcome. Whenever you guys are tuning in from, we appreciate you being here. Many mothers are surviving emotionally while trying to carry everyone else. Let me say it again. Many mothers are surviving emotionally while trying to carry everyone else. You can take care of everybody else emotionally. You can be there for everyone else and stop and keep, neglecting yourself. You can't do that. Exhausted mothers, offer reach instead of respond. So they react a lot. That's why you yell. That's why you scream. That's why, you slap the door. That's why you hear, I don't know what am I gonna do in this and that. You like, even the way you speak, it's, we can tell that you're frustrating. Even by the way you reacting, like you react. You hear something. And I mean, what I'm telling you today, right, is something that I experienced for years after years. And after I learned to understand me, to know me, okay, knowing that, oh, why am I reacting the way I'm reacting? That means, am I tired? Am I overwhelmed? Am I fatigued? Is there anything that happened during the day? Because again, when little Johnny comes home from school, little Johnny doesn't know what happened, at your workplace. Little Johnny doesn't know that your boss was mean to you. Little Johnny doesn't know that maybe you'll be fired at a job. Little Johnny doesn't know that there's so many things going on your workload. They don't know. And I'll say again, they don't care. Kids don't care. All they want to know is that that you are taking care of them. If they're coming home, that they have food. That's all little Johnny cares about. So if you're telling him, oh, you don't know, my son, they literally don't care. I'm telling you, kids don't care. That's how self yourself, saying that, yes, it might be a hard day today. Why am I yelling? Am I tired? If I'm drinking water, because again, when you don't drink water during the day, moms, your brain is fussing, okay? You have to drink water. Am I, have I taken time for me? What I mean, like, if I taken a moment, it might be a minute of self-care. It might be, how can I say? It might be a moment of things that I want to do. What did I do? What did I do today that literally brought me joy? That can be a single question every single day. I'm working on something, guys, and once it's ready, I'll tell you guys no. Okay, I'll let you guys know it's already ready. But there's a little things that I'm technical issue that I'm having, and I will present to you. That's gonna be really helpful for you guys. So keep me in prayer. The other thing is also we have changed the date for the conference that we were supposed to have on May the 23rd. Is now on June 13th. So please, ladies, if what I'm saying speak to you, even dads, if you are in town, if you could be in town on June 13th, it's gonna be a blessing, because again, what am I receiving? What I'm receiving even from the speaker that the Holy Spirit taught me to literally to invite to the conference, you're gonna be amazed, because again, the Bible said that the people perish for lack of knowledge. And I'm telling you, it's not that we know everything, we don't know everything, but the people who are gonna come and speak who are going to be there. They're going to speak from experience. They're going to speak from their mistakes. They're going to share from, the Holy Spirit filled people. They are experienced. The people who have powerful stories, transformation stories that I believe that they're gonna once you're in the room, okay, be in the room on June 13th. Do everything to be in the room on June 13th. I mean, I guarantee your life is not gonna be the same. And I mean, and as you're doing that, of course, I want to hug you because I'm a big hugger. I want to spend time with you. There's gonna be worship. There's gonna be some worship. There's gonna be some prayer. There's gonna be healing in the room. There's gonna be amazing, amazing transformation. You don't want to miss it. So we change it because again, May is just crazy busy. I never see a busier month like May. I think May is the busiest month of the year. I always tell people, please don't get married in May no more. Please don't. But people don't care. Anyways, who am I? People don't do it. I mean, try. There's so many things. It's one of the best months for me, after April. Why? One of the things, my son was born in April and my daughter was born in May. My mom was born in May. So May is one of these months where I go cuckoo. So jokes apart. So we put it on the 13th for a reason, okay, June the 13th. That was like the only Saturday available to do that at the place we wanted to do it. Every single day moving forward, you're going to be seeing me like literally throwing you, bombarding you with ads and things about the conference because I'm really, 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 leading by obedience and really be mindful on the season that we're spending because this knowledge is needed. This knowledge is really needed. And like I say, I am so tired of seeing burnout mom. I'm so tired of the way some women have been taught about motherhood. I'm so tired and disappointed to say that so many women are suffering from burnout, are exhausted, just want to throw the baton and just be miserable. And motherhood is one of the best things that God has blessed us with. So being blessed in that area, I also want to pull things that has helped me and that keep on helping me. Some people that love themselves. I want you to find yourself again. I want you to be joyful again. I want you literally, to find yourself again after motherhood. So just come, because the title is "I am the daughter of the King." It's just the title. Just the title should literally, bring you to another thing. So be there. We almost done, yeah. Another point that I want to bring, that show that you are how your energy, okay, how you set up the atmosphere in your home is a healing. I always say that there's a difference between a mom who is whole and a mom who is been to trauma or a mom who is going to trauma. There is a difference between a mom who is going share this life, that. A mom who is going to trauma is different than a mom who was here, mom was whole, mom was just like happy. There's a huge difference between that mom and a woman who's doing that. It is always that last one thing that I say: heal before you deal, and heal before you become a mom. Healing changes generation. So an healed mother can unintentionally, let me say it again, underlining, unintentionally raise wounded children. Because you don't know what you don't know. Let me say it again. Woman, mother, can unintentionally, it's not that she want to, it's not that she would love to, but unintentionally raise wounded children. Not because she's evil. She's not evil. She's an amazing woman. She's doing her best every single day. But because pain, PAIN, spread when it is ignored. So when you choose to heal yourself, which you should, it's not selfish. As you're doing it, I always tell people that one of the reasons that I chose to heal, so that I don't transfer the trauma, so that I know that the generation after me will be whole and the generation after me will not suffer from what I suffer. One of the reasons why I chose to heal is to make sure that I'm that mom, that friend that my kids wants to have. I'm a pleasant partner. I'm that friend that they want to come to. Okay, instead of being the one who's always yelling at them. When you hear one thing that you need to know, every life 115. Good evening, good afternoon. About how how as a mom you set up the thermostat in your home. So welcome. We almost closing, okay? When you heal, this is what happened when you heal, because again, a heal woman, healing changes everything. When you heal, communication changes. The way you talk, the way you address your kids, the way you manage your kids, the way you even deal with situation are different. The way you respond, you don't react. You respond calmly with love, with more attention, with more calmness than when the person is stressed, when the person is going through a lot of things. Okay, so you communicate differently. The words that are coming out of your mouth are more lovely words. The energy that you also bringing or behaving or dealing with the kids is different, because you are here, you are healthy, you are happy with yourself, therefore the kids are going to be happy. The affection, the way you affection of people, I'm so sad to see so many women that like affection. God never taught us to love our children, never taught us to love. The man was the one who was taught to love, because naturally as women we carry love. As the womb barrier, we carry love, but because of trauma, because of things that had happened in life, so many women lack affection. So many women don't know how to love, or how to mother their children. They lack that. Therefore, guess what? So many kids have been deprived from natural love. Okay, especially son. When a woman is wounded, when a mom is wounded, that son will not be taught that part of the woman that he needs to have as a husband. Therefore, guess what? Generation after generation, once he gets married, it's going to be hard for him to love a woman, to show love to the woman, to affection the woman, to be there for the woman, because his mom never taught him that. Okay, how to love a woman, or his dad, he never showed his dad loving, because of the wound that was happening while he was born, while he was his mother womb, or even the affection. So it changes the affection. Discipline changes. A lot of parents, without knowing, and again, that's knowledge, without knowing, have punished wrongly their children. And that's part of trauma also. Some of them. The discipline, you discipline better, differently when you're whole, when you calm, when you're at peace, when you're at ease, okay? Your discipline is different. You don't yell, you have a conversation, you tell them what to do. Okay, sometimes you might explain them why you discipline them. It's not harsh, it's not from anger, okay, but it's from happiness and from love. All of that is how you're feeling yourself when you're wounded, when you have anger. Maybe if your dad beats you, things that happened in the past that you haven't dealt with, we have the tendency of transferring that same behavior to our house, and our kids suffer from that. I made that mistake. Thank God that the Holy Spirit, a little redirect me. I had to change that way. Okay, the love that you're giving to your children becomes healthier once you're whole. And I want you to retain that. A healed mother becomes a safe place. A healed woman, a healed mother becomes a safe place. Every child wants to come home to a mom who loves, who carries, who is affectionate, or who is literally, feel the need, okay, emotional need especially, wants to come home where things are just in order. And again, I'm not talking about physical order only. I'm talking about emotional order, because when you're order, your energy is in order, the way you affection your kids is in order, the way you love your kids is order, the way you cook even is different, okay? Because you are in order, you're in alignment of who you are and the world around you, okay? I'm going to conclude the practical way that you can reset the atmosphere in your home. Okay, so daily, what you should do daily as a Christian. I'm a Christian, and I share Christian more. You don't have to be a Christian to follow me, but I read it from the biblical perspective. Worship music, set up worship music in your house. I don't care when you wake up in the morning, the first thing should be worship. When you go home, when you go after a long day at home, go to sleep with worship in the evening. Speak life intentionally. Your mouth should be, blessing your kids, not cursing your kids. Speak life to your children and speak life to them. See the word in them. Your husband, the same thing. People in your house, bless them. Stop screaming conversation. Stop screaming conversation. Have calm conversation. Okay, baby, did you have a good day? How was your day? And I always like to ask, what was the haha about the day? What did you learn today? What was the best moments in at school today? Did you learn something? What was the thing that you learned today? What was, did you meet a new friend? Because say, there's some new student out sometime. Just tell me one thing that happened today that made your day. So you have a meaningful conversation, a peaceful conversation. Avoid, especially when you're coming back from home, avoid asking them about the grades, okay? Especially if you did it with teens. Asking them about grades. They don't like it. They're not gonna like you. And we want to create a conversation. One of the best way to create conversation with your teen, especially your teen, is to literally ask them, care about them, ask them what happened, ask them how are they doing, ask them things, that they've done for themselves, ask them about themselves. Don't ask them about their grade, don't ask them about things that they're going to be aggravated, okay? I'm just giving you the tips to have, to, teen or teen, they kind of a little, tip to have a conversation with. So ask them about something different than grades, something different than school. Once they get out of school, I guarantee you'll find another thing. You have to create peaceful routines, okay? It might be reading the Bible in the morning if you're a Christian like me. It might be praying together. It might be dressing up the table if you all come, if you're blessed to come home together at the same time. It might be just having a moment in the car. I used to have that habit, me, of speaking on the phone when I was picking up, but I learned to modify it. So as soon as I pick up, I will drop my phone. That means no conversation. If I were to be in the middle of a conversation when I pick up, I say, okay, give me 2 minutes, and then I'll put it away so that we can have a conversation. That might be after having your homework, there might be a moment where you can play. Okay, I forgot the title of the book, but there was a book that helped me a lot, where they said that, especially if you guys are really really busy, they said that you need to set up 1 hour a week, okay? A week, find time to set up 1 hour a week to spend with your child. What does that mean? To spend with your child, it means that you only with the child, okay? You put the phone away, you put the TV away. That means you guys can go to the park, you guys can watch a movie together. You guys can read a book together. You guys can have a meaningful conversation, but set up as much as you can one intentional hour, 1 day a week, when your kids, apart from sports, from school, when you can literally bond together. It's really important. The more you do it, the kids are going to look forward to that hour every single day. I guarantee you. If you have multiple child, set up a separate day to spend time with them. Date your child. The child that you spend time the most with will be nurtured, and again, things will change for them. They'll be better. DM Sharks, could they time with them? Rest before burnout. If you know, like I said, know yourself, know thyself. If you know you have had a long day, if you know a lot of things are going on with you, rest, okay? Rest. Take a nap before you're coming back from work. Go home, rest a little bit, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, refresh yourself so that you don't bring the stress or the tension at home. It's really important. Even when you're working from home, when you know your kids are going to come, shower, change your clothes, go outside, do something different that brings you joy. It's really essential. Get away from the screen for a moment, pamper yourself, at your home. Emotionally, you need to pray before reacting. I've been talking to myself. Is any mom who can relate? I've talked to myself. I'll say, God, Holy Spirit, just come If I see the child, when the child is misbehaving, or especially when they're toddlers, they're at that age, like you like, oh Lord, what happened? What am I doing? If they I don't know, they're misbehaving, what they do, you have done everything that you could naturally, and they're still misbehaving. Ask Holy Spirit to give you the passion, to give you the kindness, to give you literally to help you. Even Holy Spirit, I'm dealing with this and that. I don't know what to do. Holy Spirit will guide you. I guarantee you. If you do it once, nothing happens. Keep doing it, and and I think that even my child is afraid, is scared when I call Holy Spirit. He'll be like, "What did I do, mom?" I guarantee you, take over. They will take over your house. They will take over the behavior. They will take over, and then you will see like a magical thing. Okay, how the atmosphere is gonna change. Pray before reacting. Holy Spirit, help me. I'm doing with this situation. You know that I get mad really easy. So just give me the give me the self control. Help me to be patient. It's what I'm doing. Digital Hope Coach. Good evening. Welcome, welcome. We talk we're talking about how, as a mom, we literally set the atmosphere of the home. So I'll be talking about how it's important to watch. We were talking about previously the healing when the mom is here. How it different. It's the way we love, the way we speak, the way we interact, the way we even discipline. How it has as it can affect our children. Also, the words that we are speaking, the aging that we are when we come, when we have rested, we have different way of talking to our children. Okay, and also I was talking about how the environment that we're living in is really really crucial, and how to set up. So now we're in the solution how to set up the environment. A few solution is to start the day with worship and end the day with worship. Start the day with worship and end the day with worship. Have a peaceful routine. Okay, read the Bible together. Read the Bible together, do amazing thing, okay, together. Find things that the kids love, and as they're doing, as they're doing it, you get to learn them. Maybe they learn to play cards. Maybe to they learn to I don't know. They have a specific book that they like. Maybe they have a game that they like. I remember last time we were traveling. So I grew up in the French, a world. So I have a lot of things that you guys know, a lot of games I tried that I did not know. So I thought I asked him, "What? Why don't you teach me? Just teach me how this game, the new games that you guys have in English. I did not know that. So that also your child can teach you. And as you're doing it, as you be interesting to the thing that interesting, it creates bonds. It creates affection. That's how you grow. Spend at least 1 hour with each child daily. Let me say it again slowly. Spend 1 intentional hour with your child. If you have 2 or 3 children, that means you have to set up different time, different day for different child as much as you can. Do it why? Don't mix it together, because every child wants to feel love, because every child wants to doesn't want to they are selfish in nature. Every child wants to be loved, feel loved, wants to know that, oh, this is my time, this is my day with mom or dad. They don't want to share with anybody else. So find the time, okay, set up the time, different time with different child. They're gonna be, they're gonna love you forever. Do that intentionally. I guarantee you, your kids are gonna rise different. Your kids are gonna do amazing. Why? Because you're gonna learn each other. You're gonna know about each other, and you're gonna create more, deeper relationship. A lot of parents don't spend enough time with their kids. That's why there are so many things that's happening. We don't know if the child is unhappy. We don't know because we don't know our children. Spend time. One of the best way to know somebody, to build a relationship with somebody, is to spend time with that person. Emotionally, pray before reacting. Pause before speaking. Little Johnny comes and wants to tell you this and that. You'll be like, oh, okay. Like a second. Who is talking? Who is the one reacting? Like, am I nervous? Am I okay? Am I calm? Then you react. Then you respond. Then you address. Okay. Apologize. Oh my God. that say me apologize when necessary. A lot of us have grown up, okay, to the way that your mom never tell you sorry, your dad never says sorry, and the child grew up not knowing the importance of saying sorry. Please learn to apologize to your child when necessary. I wrote a book, The Power of Forgiveness. Learn the child saying, I'm sorry. If you know you have done something wrong, I am sorry, little Johnny. I should have not done it. Please forgive me. I'm telling you, there is nothing more that's gonna make you humble or keep you humble than learning the power of saying I'm sorry. Even as a dad or as a mom, you are the authority whatsoever. Being humble, stay humble by teaching your kids how to apologize by apologizing yourself. Protect your mental health. This is important. Protect your mental health. Protect your mental health. Spiritually, how can you reset the atmosphere in your home? Miss Betty, good evening. Welcome to your home atmosphere. Invite home. And one of the best way is to have the worship, like I was saying. The Holy Spirit is present when we talk, when we sing. So by having the worship plays all the time in your home, you are inviting the God, you're inviting the Holy Spirit in your home. The atmosphere change. I remember even growing up, when if the moment where I be sad or when we argue, as soon as I start singing, that's also another key. If you can sing, when we sing as brother and sister, automatically that will shift the atmosphere. If you can, if your kids have the ability to sing, teach them how to sing together, sing with them. I guarantee you that will shift the atmosphere really, really quick. That reset it, okay? Pray with your children. Pray in the morning, pray in the car, pray as they're eating. Teach them to pray even when they don't know how to speak, and pray with them. Don't wait until the child knows how to speak. Because people say, "Oh, coach, I don't know. My kid is still little." It doesn't matter. Start as early as possible, even when they're in your womb. Pray with them, okay? Normalize peace, not chaos. By peace, I mean calm environment, not yelling, not always bossing them, not always criticizing them. Just peace. A peaceful home is a home where everybody wants to come and stay. Please avoid unnecessary conflict. You should have conversation and avoid conflict. Have conversation. You should prioritize conversation. You should prioritize family meeting, okay, where everybody can openly, tell what they're feeling instead of just, arguing to each other for nonsense, okay? The goal, hear me, the goal is not a perfect home. The goal is a healthy atmosphere. I'm not asking you to have a perfect home. There's no perfect home. It's to have a peaceful atmosphere, because every kid, every husband, the Bible talk about, and again, today we did not talk about that, I just mentioned it. It was about how you as a mom set up the atmosphere you are the thermostat for home. There is also, you have to know that peace is everything. A lot of men say, what do you want from a woman? I just want peace. I don't want to be yelling in my house. I don't want to hear anybody, constantly nagging. I just want to come home to a peaceful home. So be mindful of that. The same thing is your kids. Your kids doesn't want to be yelled at every day. Your kids doesn't want to be criticized at every day. They just want a peaceful home. Your arms are the most, peaceful moment they want to come. But if you're stressful, no one is going to come and give you a hug. No one is going to come and want you to give you a hug. So in closing, I want you to know that mom, you are more powerful than you realize. I always say that if mom could, all of the things will have been different in this world. You have so much power. I was saying at the beginning of this video, you have so much things that you realize. You have so much power as a mom, as a woman. Your healing matters. That's why I say heal before you deal. Heal before you become a mom. Your peace matters. Your presence matters. Because whatever you know it or not, you are setting the atmosphere of your home every single day. So I pray that that this has been a blessing. Rain, if you are choosing peace, everybody's getting right peace, healing and restoration in your home. If that's what you want, you say peace, 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 peace. And if you choose to be further, to go further, saying that I need a help, coach, I think that I'm struggling, you can write coaching, you can send me a DM only if you are really interesting. If you are in the Northwest Arkansas area, we have our first conference here where I'm inviting you to come. You will meet me in person. We have the VIP ticket, we have the normal ticket. The VIP ticket gives you access to, you're going to have picture with the host. You're also going to have 1 hour coaching. You can have a vendor. If you are a vendor, if you have products, if you have service, you have things that you want to expose, also that's going to give you visibility. You can do that as well at that conference. You can also be a sponsor. I mean that maybe you have an organization and you want to bless moms, you want to bless, you have a Christian organization and you want to be a blessing. You can also be a sponsor at the event. So, and again, you can, if you want to go further, you can check my bio, okay, and then go join the Royal Here Reset Club, where it's a membership for my moms, where we sit down together, discuss, we go deeper in this conversation, where we transform, where we heal. So I pray it's been a blessing like it has to me. Okay, it's been a blessing. We were live for an hour 26 minutes. I love that you were here, part of it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for everything that you do, and I'm so thankful also to be your host. My name is Coach Bricia Mayembo, reminding you that the world needs a here woman, so girl here. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next pop-up. Bye.